And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by a man who was undrafted out of Buffalo, standing at 6'7". It's Tyree Jackson.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver? They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
It's caught by Davis. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Jackson. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. On 1st down now, a run with McKinnon. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
2nd down, McKinnon. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They go play action with Jackson. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
On third down, Jackson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. John Simon in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5 up to the 25-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Brady going to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Now Brady, and able to find Dorsett. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The numbers a week ago for Michel. 11 carries, 77 yards, and a touchdown.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a change-up. But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Here's Brady. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, it's Wright. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Philip Dorsett, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
This will be fielded at the 8. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway as the season winds down and you look at them in totality. You know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space. Kind of body people away and catch. Football, but not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Let's go now. We got to get the ball until you get the ball right here. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. McKinnon, and a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And his throw is going to be incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. But now it'll be 3rd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Brady now on 1st down. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England 1st down. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. 1st down, here's White. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop. On 2nd and 9, Brady. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 38-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Alabama, 380. Coming after you. I'm coming after you. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
Brady now on 1st down. Complete to Dorsett. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
On 2nd and 12, Brady. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Nick Bosa. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. He's got Lacoste as tight end. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So now on 4th down, on comes Stephen Gostkowski to try and get the Pats 3. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. Able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Jackson. He finds McKinnon, complete. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up the 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Man open, it's Goodwin. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 25 yards that time.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his 6th touchdown of the season. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Brady, nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this 1st half. It's 1st and 10.
Alert! Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Here we go, here we go. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Check it.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Slant route, caught by Edelman. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Shotgun now for Brady. That's going to be caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter.
Go Bandit! Lucky! Rush in! Rush in! Rush in!
They'll try and run it in with White. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. James White in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Patriots have retaken the lead. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the 2nd half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the 2nd half.
Could be a big turnaround. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead is now 2. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. We have hit an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else. Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's White. He finds an opening past the 40. 27 yards there, a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They go right back to White here on first down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a first down carry for Harris. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The tackle by Eric Armstead. Now they'll throw with Brady. That's caught by the tight end Lacoste. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 25-yard line.
Come on. Check three.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Easy.
On first down, Michelle. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And it's Michelle once again. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Check three. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Alpha.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Nick Bosa in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stuff.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
And while it didn't work very well on that play, defenders on third and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
They'll run on first down. McKinnon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Back now in Foxborough. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the fourth and final quarter. Jackson on first down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and now it's third down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end, and that'll bring up second down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's Jackson, throwing again. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So they need 6 yards here on third down. They're 2 for 2 on third down tries so far on this drive. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Jalen Hurd, the intended receiver. The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Again, it's Michelle. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. From the gun, it's Brady. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Here's Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 9. And Jackson throwing once more. Completes it to Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not he came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a gain of 7, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Jackson, and a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. Only a yard on the 3rd down throw, and that leads to a 4th down. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on down. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another 1st, but he appears to be a few inches short. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. And he's got room. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Sony Michel with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face, and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was Sony Michel's touchdown scamper that polished the drive off. So now the Niners down on the scoreboard. 1:38 to go. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on first down.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. It's caught by Davis. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Jackson, a dump down to McKinnon. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. To throw again on second down. Jackson, and that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves.
There he goes left side. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play you would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
54, Mike, 54. Hey. Hey, Alabama.
They'll keep it on the ground. Michel. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
Let's go. Hey, 50 seconds, come on.
On first down, Michel. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants...